Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. My name is Mariana Nabila bint Azli. I'm matric 1212819. Today I will be present about pressurized heavy water reactor. What is pressurized heavy water reactor? Pressurized heavy water reactor (PHWR) is a type of nuclear reactor that uses heavy water, which is deuterium oxide (D2O), as both a coolant and a moderator. The pressurized part means that the reactor operates at high pressures to keep the heavy water in a liquid state at high temperature. How is pressurized heavy water reactor (PHWR) works? In a pressurized heavy water reactor, electricity generation starts with natural uranium fuel, where nuclear fission in the reactor core releases heat. This heat is absorbed by pressurized heavy water, which acts as both a coolant and a moderator, slowing down the neutrons to sustain the reaction. The heated heavy water transfers its energy to steam generator, where ordinary water is converted into steam. The steam drives a turbine, turning mechanical energy into electricity via a generator. This process is efficient with multiple safety measures ensuring secure and reliable operation. Next is basic component of reactor. First one is reactor core, where nuclear fission takes place. It contains fuel rods, often made of natural uranium or slightly enriched uranium. Next is heavy water D2O, used as both a moderator that slows down the neutrons for a better fission efficiency, and coolant to remove the heat from the reactor core. Next is pressure vessels that contain the heavy water under high pressure to prevent it from boiling. Last is steam generator that transfer heat from the reactor coolant to a secondary loop to produce steam that drives turbine for power generation. Next is safety mechanism of reactor. First is multiple barriers. PHWR are designed with multiple safety systems to contain radiation, including physical barriers and redundancy in key components. Second is redundant and diverse cooling system. PHWR include independent cooling system for the heavy water moderator and primary coolant loops. Next is advantages of PHWR. First one is use of natural uranium. Unlike some other reactors, PHWR do not require enriched uranium. This is beneficial for countries without access to uranium enrichment. Second is safety and efficiency. Pressurized heavy water has excellent thermal conductivity, and the reactor's design ensures that even in the event of a malfunction, it can be safely shut down. Third one is online refueling. PHWR can be refueled while operating, offering a continuous power supply with minimal downtime. Lastly is waste management. Heavy water reactors tend to produce less nuclear waste compared to other types of reactor. Next is disadvantages of PHWR. First is heavy water cost. While useful, heavy water is expensive and requires careful management to maintain efficiency. Second is waste disposal. Like other nuclear reactors, PHWR generate nuclear waste that needs proper long-term disposal strategies. Last is security. Nuclear reactors are sensitive to the international scrutiny and require safety protocol to prevent misuse. Last is the application of PHWR. The first one is electricity generation. PHWR are primarily used to generate electricity. Second is isotope production. The reactors can be used to produce medical isotopes, which are essential in cancer treatments.
Welcome to Academic Gain Tutorials. In this video, we will look into the differences between pressurized water reactor and pressurized heavy water reactor. A pressurized water reactor is a type of light water nuclear reactor. Pressurized water reactors constitute the large majority of the world's nuclear power plants. In a pressurized water reactor, the primary coolant is pumped under high pressure to the reactor core, where it is heated by the energy released by the fission of atoms. On the other hand, a pressurized heavy water reactor is a nuclear reactor that uses heavy water as its coolant and neutron moderator. Pressurized heavy water reactors frequently use natural uranium as fuel, but sometimes also use very low enriched uranium. So, let's look into the basic differences between pressurized water reactor and pressurized heavy water reactor in a tabular form. Difference number 1. In pressurized water reactor, the coolant also serves the purposes of moderator. So the same fluid acts as coolant cum moderator, whereas, in most prevalent design of pressurized heavy water reactor, the coolant is kept separated from the moderator. Thus the moderator fluid don't mix with the coolant. Number 2. In pressurized water reactor, normal water or light water is used as coolant cum moderator, whereas, in pressurized heavy water reactor, heavy water based on deuterium is used as coolant, and also as moderator, but they are not allowed to mix. Number 3. Enriched uranium with around 3 to 5% uranium-235 isotope is used as fuel in the pressurized water reactors, whereas, mostly natural uranium that has around 0.7% uranium-235 is used as fuel in pressurized heavy water reactors, as heavy water based on deuterium has negligible neutron absorption cross-section. Number 4. Uranium enrichment is costly and time-consuming process. Thus the fuel for pressurized water reactors is costlier, whereas, pressurized heavy water reactor fuel is cheaper as it utilizes naturally available uranium as reactor fuel. Number 5. The regular water that is used as coolant cum moderator in pressurized water reactors is abundantly available and is cheaper, whereas, the heavy water based on deuterium that is used as coolant and moderator in pressurized heavy water reactor is highly expensive. And, difference number 6, fluid in the primary loop or coolant loop of pressurized water reactor is maintained at higher pressure, around 15 megapascals, whereas, fluid in the primary loop of pressurized heavy water reactor is maintained at comparatively lower pressure, 8 to 10 megapascals.
That's all from me. Thank you.